Hello everyone, I am Deepti N, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Maharaja Institute of Technology, Mysore. In today's session, I am going to give you a brief introduction on the subject Web Technology and its application. So, the subject code of the subject is 17CS 71. Okay. So now let me give you an introduction about the subject. According to the VTU syllabus, as per the VTU syllabus, the syllabus has been divided into 5 modules. So now let me brief out each module contents. So let me start with module 1. So in module 1, we will be discussing on the topics fundamentals of HTML and CSS. Okay. So what is HTML? What is CSS? These things will be covered in module 1. So let me talk on HTML first. So see here, our subject title is Web Technology and its applications. We are discussing on web technology. What is web actually? It is a collection of websites. It is a collection of softwares. Is it right? So every day in today's life, we are making use of internet facility where it has been associated to access web resources. Is it right? So it is a collection of web pages. So how these web pages are developed, that is what the main objective of this studying, main objective of studying this subject. How actually the web pages are developed. Yes, the basic foundation to develop an web page means you should be knowing HTML language. So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, which is used for creating web pages. Okay. So next in this module, actually we will be discussing on 2 chapters, that is Introduction to HTML and also Introduction to CSS. Okay, whereas in Introduction to HTML, you will be learning what is HTML, where did it come from, it means history of HTML, what are all the syntax, what is the syntax of HTML, structure of HTML document, and also what are all the elements or tags present in HTML. Likewise, in detail you will be learning. Along with that, one more chapter called Introduction to CSS. Yes, just now I said you that HTML is a language or a tool used to develop a web page. Next is that CSS, which stands for Cascading Style Sheet. So this cascading style sheet is also called as a styling language. Using HTML, you can develop a web page. You can make decoration or style to a web page using the tool called CSS, Cascading Style Sheet. This is how CSS is more useful in HTML to document the web page. Okay. In this chapter, you will be learning what is CSS, what is the CSS syntax, what are all the different selectors present in CSS, how you can locate those selectors in the HTML document, box model. Likewise, the different contents will be discussed in this module 1. So next module speaks about, which is the continuation of module 1 only. Okay, there you will be having an introduction about HTML forms and tables, and also advanced CSS and also advanced CSS. Okay. Now in this chapter, I mean to say in this module, you will be learning and continuation of the previous topics only, I mean to say previous chapters only, that is HTML and CSS. Actually in module 1 you will get to know a basic knowledge of creating a web page along with HTML and CSS. Now in order to make more efficient by adding tables and forms, you will get an knowledge on this in module 2. For example, what is forms, what is table means? You can notice web page means it is not, you can't think like that it is simply a text part or it is simply a paragraph. No, nothing like that. Web page consists of so many types of data in the form of text, in the form of image, audio, video, graphics. So many things can be appended in the web page. Is it right? If likewise, we can also add tables and forms. So when I want to speak on, if I wish to speak on forms means, let me take a real-time example where forms are used in web pages. Recently you have applied your VTU exam application through online, is it right? So that is a web page where you have filled your data like name, USN and which are all the subjects you are applying for examination. So that form is nothing but where you have using the HTML form. So this is how I can relate one example of HTML form. Likewise table. So table means that is where you can create a table of contents in order to distinguish each specific fields. Okay. So here also we have 2 chapters to be discussed in module 2. That is all about forms and tables in chapter 1, where you will get to know how to access the forms and tables and also how to make a control over it. So in coming to second chapter of module 2, that is all about advanced CSS. There you will be knowing about layouts of CSS, frameworks of CSS, so on. Okay, so this is all about HTML forms, tables and advanced CSS. So next is about module 3. In module 3, you will be learning on JavaScript and introduction to PHP. JavaScript and introduction to PHP. So now, see, actually in the module 1 and module 2 already you are aware of developing a web pages using HTML and CSS, right? Next, what is the question of learning JavaScript and PHP? Yes. So whereas in module 1 and module 2 you were developing a web page, right? So in order to make it interactive web page or to make it a dynamic web page where there should be some interaction between the client and the server, that can be achieved through this JavaScript and a PHP. Just now I used a word or a term called client server. How to what do you mean by client and what do you mean by server means? It is very simple. Let me take up an example of person A. Person A is requesting for some resource to person B. Okay, now this person A is called as a client and person B is going to give the response to person A. Now this person B is considered as a server. So the one who initiates the request is called as a client and one who serves the request is called as a server. Okay, in our case, in order to make a dynamic web page, we make use of JavaScript as a client side programming tool and PHP as a server side programming tool. Okay. Here again we discuss 2 chapters under this module 3. One is JavaScript. Just now I said it is a client side programming. Is it right? Here you will get to know what is JavaScript, what are all the design principles and also how to use this script in the HTML document. Also a document object model, events, so many points we will discuss under this chapter. Along with that, coming to the second chapter of module 3, PHP is called as a server side programming tool. Is it right? Why PHP is considered as a server side? Why not any other scripts? Yes, it is having more benefit of using PHP as a server side in our HTML document. Why? Because first thing is about PHP is user friendly. Okay, along with it, it is controllable. Controllable in the sense, for example, assume you have a problem where you can solve a problem by making use of different different programming languages. Okay, you will find a solution. Once you make use of a PHP as a program to solve that problem, means it makes a less number of lines to solve the same problem. It means that by counting the number of lines, it is not friendly. It has a rich set of instructions which will take reduced number of lines to solve the same problem. That is what controllable, and also it is platform independent, and also it is more secured. Okay, so here you will be discussing an introduction to JavaScript, also an introduction to PHP. So next, coming to module 4. So in module 4 we will be discussing on PHP arrays and super globals. So this is also a continuation of second chapter of module 3 only. Okay, so the introduction to PHP topics only covered in module 4. Here we will be discussing more on object oriented concepts like classes, objects, okay, and also on arrays. Okay, what are all the methods used in arrays, or which functions are supportable in arrays. Everything will be discussed in detail. Along with that, if an error has occurred, means how to report an error, how to handle the error, how to do validation. So everything will be discussed in detail in module 4. So finally, once you run module 1 and module 2, you will be knowing a knowledge of developing a web page. By learning module 3 and module 4, you will be having a knowledge of developing dynamic web page. Okay, so let us move on to next one, that is 5th module, module 5, that is about managing state. Managing state. Here you will get to know if there is a problem in the state of web application, how to manage the problem of state of web applications. So that is what discussed in detail here. Along with that, how to pass an informations via query string, via URL, and also web means we will come so some terms comes into the picture like cookies, sessions. So what is cookie, what is session, everything will be discussed in detail. Along with that, in this chapter we are discussing advanced JavaScript. Okay, so jQuery, like this, many of the topics like XML. Yes, XML, which is also a programming language which stands for Extensible Markup Language. Okay, so how it is going to support in web development. So likewise, few of the topics will be covered in managing state module 5. Okay, all about by looking in order to summarize all the modules, I can say that according to the subject title called Web Technology and its Application, here by studying these 5 modules, at the end of this course you will be getting an idea of developing a creative website or a creative web pages by making use of these contents. Okay, so as per the VTU syllabus, the prescribed textbook is Fundamentals of Web Development, that is first edition. Randy author is this one. So let me show the textbook only, so you can get to know that this is the prescribed textbook as per the VTU syllabus. Okay. Okay. So next is about what is the scope of studying this subject. Yes, we have more scope on studying this subject, because once you have an idea about web technology or how to create a web means, I mean to say website means, so finally you will be having a more opportunity. Why? Because nowadays all the areas like business or in any companies, you can notice that everywhere there is a weightage for developing a websites. Is it right? So based on that, we have more scope in all the areas. So one scope is that a great stepping stone. Yes, if you are also a beginner to a web development, still you will be having an opportunity in the career, because this type of technology itself has been worldwide spread. Okay. So next is about easily expand into other areas. It means that you are not restricted to specific area of simply web development. Nothing like that. It can be, you can move into web applications in the field of mobile applications. Likewise, it can be you can have a deviation in different areas also. Next is about lessons of project management. It means that, for example, if you are building some project means, as per the client request, you are supposed to build a project. That is what project management. You are supposed to manage the client. That is what client management. You should become a good leader in a team. Then only you can develop a successful project. While building a project, you are supposed to become a good designer, good developer. You should have an idea about testing. Likewise, based on that, you will be having a lesson on project management. Next is understanding digital world. So now we can consider this as a digital world, where everywhere the technology has been improved. So we cannot restrict ourselves only for one particular technology. Likewise, this web development is also supportable in different areas, likewise in machine learning, IoT, so on, like that. In different fields you can apply our technology. That is what understanding digital world. So this is all about scope of the subject. Okay, you will have a more opportunity being a good web developer. So next is about applications of this subject, of this technology, applications of web technologies. So I think already you people are aware of using these types of technologies. Let me just shortlist some of the applications, like e-commerce, digital advertising, multiplayer online games, project management, then group and private chat, web apps. So we all are used to many web apps like Flipkart, Amazon, Make My Trip, so on, like that, OLX, likewise. So all these are applications of web technology only. Next is about an important point, that is objectives. What is the objective of studying this subject? Yes, already I have given some certain key points for studying this subject. Let me brief out it as an objective. That is, the first objective is students are able to illustrate the semantic structures of HTML and CSS. Okay, compose forms and tables using HTML and CSS. Third objective is to design client-side program using JavaScript and server-side program using PHP. Okay, next one is about infer object-oriented programming capabilities of PHP. Last one says that examine JavaScript frameworks. So these are all the objectives will be achieved at the end of the course, which once you learn this course, at the end of this course, so these are all the objectives to study this subject. Okay. ಇದು ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗಿದೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ. So the next one is course outcomes, which is more important. So this course outcomes illustrates that why you are supposed to study this subject. At the end of the course, what you can learn from this subject. That is what meant by course outcome. The first outcome says that you will be able to apply, students are able to apply HTML and CSS syntax and semantics to build web pages. Yes, at the end of the course, so students will be familiar to build a web pages. Next, students are able to construct format tables and forms using HTML and CSS. So students will be in the place to develop a web pages where it consists of tables and forms. Third outcome says that develop client-side script using JavaScript and server-side program using PHP to generate a dynamic web pages. Okay. Next one says that apprise the principles of object-oriented development using PHP. Okay. By making use of classes and object, you will get to know how actually the web page can be designed. Next is about inspect JavaScript framework like jQuery and Backbone. So you will do some analysis and investigation about the framework of JavaScript, that is advanced JavaScript. So this is all about a course outcomes. Okay. So in this session I have given an introduction about this subject. What are all the contents in terms of syllabus, what is the why you have to study each modules, and also what is the scope of studying this subject, applications of this subject, and also objectives. Finally, at the end, have discussed on course outcomes. Okay, thank you one and all.